Hello! Today I'm going to make some Disney ears. It's not Monday, I got a migraine, so my video was put on hold, unfortunately. I wanted to base mine on one of my favourite films, so mine is based off of The Little Mermaid. I had a rough idea of what I was doing for this, but I stupidly didn't draw up a proper design plan first, so I didn't really know what I was doing. There's a lot of faffing when I was making them. And this isn't something I'd done before, so I didn't know what I was doing in terms of construction either. I want to make this a series of making different character ears and doing some of them in different ways. I've got some fun ideas for that. I started by making a template and then cutting out the shapes of the ears with that. I didn't have any cardboard in, so I used some watercolour paper that I've never liked. It just never really worked for me. The paper always bobbled up. Maybe it's just the way I paint, I'm not really sure, but I never liked that paper. So I cut out pieces with that, and then I even used the backing board of that. I cut out enough for all of the ears that I planned to make, and then I doubled up on the paper because as much as it was quite sturdy, it wasn't quite sturdy enough, so I stuck 2 together per ear, and then that's made sturdier by sticking. I make the front and the back separately and then I add those together. I covered the headband I was using in a sparkly sequined blue. I was kind of going for the sea theme there, and then I lined that on the inside with purple felt so that when you put it in your hair it doesn't catch, and it worked quite nicely. I cut around pieces of card for my ears with the blue felt that I had, and then I stuck that over it and I stuffed it, and then I also covered it in this blue mesh type of fabric that I had. I also wanted a piece that looked like Ariel's top. It's sort of seashell-y, so I made 3 little pieces and I stuck those on. And for the back piece I did the same, except between the mesh part and the felt part I also added a sheer sort of fabric to give it a bit of a glimmer, something that makes it a bit more eye-catching because it hasn't got the purple on it. For all of this, throughout the whole thing, I just used my glue gun and it worked really well. And then I stuck those 2 pieces together. I had to do it in small sections because I really needed to clamp them together with my hands. And then I wanted to do the second ear based on flounder. So I covered it in this other blue felt that I had, which is one of Flounder's colours, and then I realised that actually that colour is meant to be his stripes and the yellow is meant to be his main colour, so I ended up redoing those ears. I'll use the ones that I covered for another character though. I'm sure I can find another character that it matches. So after I realised my really silly mistake, I covered another set of ears that I had cut out and I stuffed those and glued it all down. And then I cut out one of the stripes and decided I wanted to add some sheer fabric over the yellow, just because the yellow I had of the felt wasn't quite the right colour, so adding this other tone of yellow sheer over it, it balanced it out to make it the right tone. and it also gave it a bit of a shimmer, which was quite nice. It gave it a little added special touch. And then I did the same thing, I clamped and glued the edges together, and then for the blue stripes I did them double the length and then had it wrap around the whole ear so it went around to the back as well, rather than sticking them on separately. It made more sense. So I added all of those pieces on to look like his stripes. And then I used the ears I had to measure out and figure out where the ear placing should be, and I added it on. And then we have the final product. There you go. I wanted to start this ear series with a simple project. It's quite nice because you can tell, if you know the characters, if you know the film, you can tell straight away what they are, but it's not too crazy. I feel like anyone can make these. They're really easy to make when you figure out what you're doing. They're a bit top heavy, but they do just about stay in place. I think the headbands I bought aren't really strong enough for heavier ears, so I think the next ones that I stuff and do in the same way, I'll have to stuff a little bit less just so that it's not quite so top heavy. I think for my first go they're okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy the ear making videos that are yet to come in this new series. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Please give me a like if you liked it, and a subscribe if you want to see more, and if you want to watch more of these ear videos, subscribe and press the bell so you get the notification for that. And that one I really hope will be on Monday. Thank you for watching. Bye!